Dinosaurs roamed the Earth for 160 million years until their sudden demise some 65 million years ago, in an event now known as the KT extinction event. Besides dinosaurs, many other species of mammals, amphibians and plants died out at the same time. Over the years, paleontologists have proposed several theories for this extensive die-off. One early theory was that small mammals ate dinosaur eggs, thereby reducing the dinosaur population until it became unsustainable. Another theory was that dinosaur bodies became too big to be operated by their small brains. Some scientists believed a great plague decimated the dinosaur population, and then spread to the animals that feasted on their carcasses. Starvation was another possibility. Large dinosaurs required vast amounts of foods and could have stripped bare all vegetation in their habitat. But many of these theories are easily dismissed, and the most common theory nowadays is that a huge meteor struck the Earth. But while scientists say dinosaurs are extinct, some people believe they still roam the planet. The Mokele-mbèmbé, which means the one who stops the flow of rivers, is a dinosaur-like cryptid that lives in the Congo. It's said to look like a sauropod or long-necked dinosaur such as an Pterosaurus. There have been many sightings in the Congo. Its meat is apparently poisonous, as a group of villagers once killed one and everybody who ate the meat died shortly after. This creature has a long neck, a long tail and rounded shaped tracks with 3 claws. The closest known animal that has these characteristics is a sauropod dinosaur. When some of the local people of the Likawara region drew in the dirt or sand a representation of the mokèlé-mbèmbé, they drew the shape of a sauropod dinosaur. Then they were shown pictures of various animals, but when a picture of a sauropod dinosaur came up, they said that is the picture of the mokèlé-mbèmbé. This was filmed as part of a documentary, and this tribe has no contact with the outside world. It was also said that the remote tribe wasn't gaining anything, so why would they lie about what they saw? Its body size is somewhere between the size of a hippopotamus and an elephant. Its size has been reported to be between 5 to 10 meters. The length of the neck is between 1.6 to 3.3 meters, and the length of the tail is between 1.2 and 3.8 meters. There have also been reports of a frill on the back of the head. The frill is like that found on a male chicken. There have also been reports of it having a horn on its head. The colour of the skin is reddish brown with a colour ranging from grey to brown. There are no reports of hair on the animal. The tracks are rounded in shape between 1 to 2 meters in diameter with 3 claws. The distance between each track is 7 to 8 feet. The basic belief is that the mokèlé-mbèmbé does not make any sounds, though there have been some conflicting reports. The creature lives in the pools and swamps adjacent to the rivers of the Lukawawa swamp region of the People's Republic of the Congo and the continent of Africa. It uses the lakes as a crossing path to go from one river to another. The pygmies of the Lukawawa swamp region report that the essential diet of the creature consists of the malombo plant. Since it only eats plants, then mokèlé-mbèmbé is classified as a herbivore. It lives most of the time underwater except when it eats or travels to another part of the swamp. It's been reported that the creature does not like hippopotamuses, and will attack them on sight, but it does not eat them. Oddly, hippopotamuses cannot be found where the mokèlé-mbèmbé lives. The New Guinea Iguanodon is a dinosaur-like cryptid that's recently been reported lurking in the rainforest of Papua New Guinea. In March of 2004, the dinosaur hype was again renewed with the sightings of a 3-meter tall grey-coloured creature, with a head like a dog and a tail like a crocodile. News agencies picked up on the story, with headlines including "Hunt for Dinosaur on Volcanic Island." Villagers in the volcanic island province of East New Britain said they fled in terror after seeing a 3-meter tall grey-coloured beast. An eyewitness, Christine, told reporters she had to run for her life after coming across the animal, which she said was as fat as a 900-litre water tank. She said, "I heard the people talking about it, and I went there to see it for myself. It's a very huge and ugly looking animal." A government official said villagers had identified the creature from books and movies about dinosaurs. One official said they told us it was a dinosaur. The creature was also said to have eaten 3 dogs. In any case, 6 police officers and villagers searched the area, but came up empty-handed. The independent newspaper of PNG reported that a dinosaur-like reptile was seen on 2 occasions in the Lake Murray area. It was on the 11th of December 1999, when villagers travelling in a canoe reported seeing a large animal wading in shallow water near Balboa. The following day, a church elder said he saw the animal not far from the first sighting. The creature was described as having a body as long as a truck, and was as wide as nearly 2 meters. It sported a long neck, long slender tail, and was walking on 2 hind legs. The head was similar in shape to a cow's head, with large eyes and sharp teeth as long as fingers. The skin was likened to that of a crocodile, and the creature had large triangular scoops on the back. One similarity that we can immediately pinpoint is that witnesses of both animals liken what they saw to a dinosaur. Also, both creatures were compared in some way to a crocodile. The first had a tail like a crocodile, while the second's skin was likened to that of a crocodile. Also, both creatures were extremely wide. Christine described the animal she saw as being as fat as a 900-litre water tank, while the creature spotted in 1999 was said to have been as wide as nearly 2 meters. And lastly, both were apparently standing. The first one was said to be 3 meters tall. It's difficult to identify what type of dinosaurs, assuming they were dinosaurs, were seen during these 2 periods. Not enough is known. From what is known, one particular dinosaur best matches the descriptions, and that's the Iguanodon. The Iguanodon weighed from 6 to 8 tons, was 30 feet in length and stood nearly 15 feet tall. It walked upright on its 2 hind feet, making it bipedal. Scientists have been able to discover a great deal about how these animals lived. Staying primarily in low, swampy land where there were vast fields of plants called horsetails, Iguanodons primarily existed on this vegetarian diet. Fossil remains of Iguanodons have been discovered in all parts of the world. They were easily one of the most common of the dinosaurs. If any dinosaur was to be found living today, it would make sense that it would be an Iguanodon. It's also interesting to note they lived in swampy areas, an environment that much of Papua New Guinea provides. An argument against the Iguanodon theory is that the creature reportedly ate 3 dogs. Iguanodon was vegetarian. What might have happened is the creature simply killed the dogs, leaving locals to think it ate them as well. Pterosaurs were not dinosaurs but flying reptiles. They lived alongside dinosaurs in a variety of environments across the Earth, from the late Jurassic to the end of the Cretaceous period. They ranged in size from just a few centimeters to more than 12 meters and mostly fed on fish. The length of this mysterious creature is about 6 feet. According to the photographer, the carcass looked as though it hadn't been there long. When looking at the creature, it does appear to have similarities with a pterosaur. It features the typical small head and also pointed teeth. However, this isn't the only sighting of a supposed pterosaur. There are also intriguing rock carvings and even photographs that suggest this species of amazing flying animals could have survived the extinction. In February 1976 in San Antonio, Texas, 3 elementary school teachers saw what they described as a pterodactyl swooping low over their cars. They said its wingspan was between 15 and 20 feet. One of the teachers commented that it glided through the air on huge wings. Plesiosaurus is an extinct marine reptile which lived approximately 135 million to 120 million years ago from the early to middle Jurassic period. Plesiosaurus is not only the name of this reptile species, but also the name of the entire family to which it belongs. This family of reptiles is characterized by their long necks, sleek bodies, small heads and wide flippers. These marine reptiles had very sharp teeth and incredibly strong jaws. This allowed them to not only feed on fish of all sizes, but also on any other swimming animals that may have been in the ocean at the time. Their strong jaws and sharp teeth may have also allowed them to have eaten mollusks that lived along the prehistoric shorelines. It's said that these creatures are still living today in the form of cryptids, such as the Loch Ness Monster. When people first arrived in New Zealand, they encountered giant wingless birds known as moas. These birds were distinct from their relatives, the Cossareres, emu and ostriches, which possessed wings, whereas moas had lost the bones completely. The largest moa species could reach up to 4 meters in size, larger than any bird on the islands. Due to what many believe to be overhunting by early Maori, moas became extinct sometime between the late 1300s and the early 1500s. However, in the 1840s, Australian bird painter John Gould reported seeing what he described as giant kiwis on the South Island of New Zealand. He said they were a metre tall and had spurred feet. Gold spurred feet description had matched those of fossilised moa footprints found on the North Island. In 1978, a Japanese research team investigated the South Island to see if moas were still living in the area, but didn't gain any evidence of continued survival. It's been suggested that the people reporting having seen the moas were exaggerating, or seeing large individuals of known birds, such as cassowaries or emus. Others, however, still argue that some small species of moa have survived to the present. Despite their extinction at the end of the late Cretaceous period, there have been countless dinosaur sightings made throughout the last several centuries. Many dinosaur sightings take the form of photographs, amateur video footage, eyewitness accounts, or folklore. Most reports of living dinosaurs or prehistoric animals are immediately rejected or debunked. However, some sightings receive media attention, and thus causes some people to believe that extinct animals still exist. There have been many little-known sightings of smaller, theropod-like lizards across the American West, collectively referred to as river dinos or river lizards. Examples include the mountain boomer of West Texas. It's said to be a bipedal lizard up to 2 meters tall with greenish or brownish skin. In 1993, an investigator named Jimmy Ward claimed to have heard tales about a giant lizard that walked on its hind legs, and whose voice sounded like thunder. The Colorado River lizards and Oklahoma raptors are more commonly sighted than the boomer. In 1993, a woman came forward to claim she had seen tall grey lizard-like creatures no less than 3 times in her life. Her first encounter was in May 1935, when she witnessed 5 of the creatures near Pacosa Springs. There are several photographs in existence supposedly portraying living American dinosaurs. One of the best known is this picture. It shows a young man holding what looks like a baby dinosaur. Let me know in the comments what you think it is. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more countdown videos.